Alright, so what in the hell is going on here? This is Trey and Red, but not Red like you've seen them before. So this is the ending to a crazy story where Red has come out and they have gotten a change in everything, and after a ton of initial pushback, Baron Blade approved of them getting a title shot for the men's World's Championship. And this, I'm not even sure is in, if it's in poor taste or not. There's Trey. But there's a lot of stories in wrestling and in life that are not in the best of taste.
You're not rewarded in WWE for sitting back and waiting. This superstar did things on
and there was a lot of creative stories back in the day that weren't of the best taste, that were a lot more awful than this, I assure you. But that's the thing, is endless possibilities. And community creations in of itself really, it is what keeps these games alive. There's like no debating that whatsoever. But back in the day when you had creative stories that you could download, you would have like, you could download a new one literally every day if you wanted to, or multiple a day, and just keep playing and keep experiencing these crazy stories. And there's no assurance that they're of quality necessarily, but you're going to get, it's going to be an interesting time.
Got caught in the jaw with the knee. He gets back into the ring.
And it adds so much replayability that I don't think, definitely 2K doesn't give it credit for. And even some of the player base, I don't know, like really understands, because there's a lot of people that will, it's hard for them because it's almost like, okay, I've beaten the My Rise, or I've beaten the Showcase, and it's like, well, what after that? Like, they have a lot that they can work with, sure, but maybe they themselves aren't the creative type, but they like, specifically the stories and like the storytelling aspects of wrestling, and they can't really get their fix through just playing, universe mode, superstar mode, playing exhibition. They can't get it through that. And literally anything that you could think of, from like custom showcases to like custom quote-unquote you know, Road to WrestleManias, custom My Rises. You could even just like replay, you know, a specific event or something. Like, literally, it would just come down to that person's or the community's imagination. And there is a demand for it. It's not like, you know, nobody is speaking about it, because when they ran a poll after 20 flopped, and I think it was like during production of Battlegrounds, they ran a poll, what does everybody want the most? And number one was GM mode, and we got that. But I think, and this is not to say that I'm not appreciative of GM mode, and it's definitely not perfect, it needs work. But I feel like they can do more than just that. You know, the stuff to make like custom videos is, I don't know if it currently is, but it was present in at least, you know, this generation or this past generation of wrestling games. So it would basically just be a more like polished, more organized version of that is all it would be. And you can also tell that there's demand for it based on like so many, you know, YouTube channels in the community are based around, oh, well, so-and-so happened, and here's a new character that I've debuted. They're related to this character, and this happened, and there's just so much going on that they've all created in their heads, and they've spent hours, you know, sharing this, or editing this, you know, just to share it on their YouTube. And it's like, not everyone is a YouTuber, you know. Not everyone's going to be able to really get their vision out perfectly, but this could help them get their vision out and share it with the whole community, and it can be, you know, a fun thing. But I really hope that they don't have the attitude of just, we gave them GM mode so they'll be quiet now. I really hope that's not the case, and that we do get create a story back. And you know, not every creative story is going to be great. Maybe they don't want transgender red stories, but you know, you can only take so many preventative measures, and I think the pros definitely outweigh the cons, because create a story, you can have literally like endless stories to play until the next game comes along, and I don't see how that's not a priority for them, especially when there's such high demand for it. Anyway, alright, you've stared at Red staring off blankly for a few seconds too long now, so I'll end the video there. Thank you for watching.